Hello. Today I'm going to discuss the 7 key techniques for a web development project. And for this, I am actually using a mind map. So if you go through the first technique, which is called understand your customer. So the important thing, if you look around, is first of all, you need to understand your customer. And how you understand your customer is by knowing their products and services. What is the core business to focus on? USP, which is unified selling proposition. So let me just write it down. Unified selling proposition. So what is USP? USP is something which is the key thing about any customer, uh, about their products and services which nobody else has. So every customer of yours who would be a merchant otherwise would know what is a unified selling proposition for their business, whether they're good at quality, whether they are cheap, they have cheap products, they are good in terms of pricing, in terms of quality, cost, or however. Similarly, understanding the turnover is very important for the customer because turnover gives an idea about how big the organization is, whether they can afford for the website to be built by you, what budget they should have for the website. So this is a key question to ask. What is the turnover of the company? Vision and mission actually help you determine what is the long-term vision of the company, where the company wants to reach, and mission is what are the short-term goals, which are 2 to 3 years down the line. Most of the time, this information is embedded into a website, so it is useful to record these things at the time of interaction with the business. Knowing the competitor will help you in understanding how the competitors are doing in terms of developing the website. So you can always ask what they like about their competitor, who are their competitors, what are the competition websites, what they do not like about their websites, etc., which will help you in doing the development later on. Promoter team information is useful wherever your customer is a promoter who would like to showcase his or her achievements on the website. You need to provide some details about who are all the promoters. Sometimes they're promoters who are scientists, teachers, or very big people from different industries. So you need to know about those their details. Sometimes some companies would like to focus on the team and the team skills, and there you need to have that information handy from the customer, whether it has to be displayed or not, and contact details. So contact details are ultimately important for you because contact details you will need anyway for the customer and to be displayed on the website. And please keep this in mind that the contact details to be displayed on the website might be different than the actual customer details. So in contact details, you might need to take how many offices they would like to display on the website, what are the contact numbers, email IDs, or addresses they would like to display on the website. There may be certain companies who would have businesses in different locations, and they might to showcase all the locations. So that will give you an idea about how many locations you would like to display on the website. The next thing comes is the objective. Why the hell the customer wants to create a website? So you need to ask the primary reason to the customer as to why they would like to build a website. So you can ask why, you can ask what are the pain points, that is what they are not getting currently, or what they want to achieve. This will help you in determining the success criteria, and you can always check customer avatar. So what kind of customer they have, kind of customer, young graduates, industries, authors, writers, fun lovers, whatever it is. So, which will help you identify what kind of customer you're going to deal with, who's going to visit the website, and need to keep the look and feel accordingly. Similarly, success criteria, you need to know what is success criteria. Like once you build the website, what are the key things customer look for to say it is a great site. Obviously, you need to understand client's budget before going to so many details because that is an important factor. So you can ask for a tentative budget or other quotations if they've already got. You can check with them what type of websites they are looking for. So, for example, they might look for an informative website. They could look for an e-commerce website or a blog or something else. Maybe a customer care and so on. And based on that, you can provide some plans quoting different type of projects and cost you charge to get an idea, right? Okay, so let's go and see what else is there. You need to understand client expectations. So in terms of client expectation, you go to the comparison sites, which client liked or what they don't like. Let me correct the spelling here. What they liked or don't like about them. What are the site features, what clients like to have. So we'll come to the feature sections to understand that. And agree for showing some site themes, what customer likes. Showing a theme actually helps them to arrive. So because most of the customers do not understand what they want from the website, they might end up confusing you. So it is better to showcase some of the sites which you already worked on or some themes to get an agreement from customer on their requirement unless and until uh, it is not a unique requirement. In case it is unique, you may offer UI UX, customized UI UX. And then you can look at features. Most of these are common features which everybody would like to see. However, you need to understand the cost implications of the same and you need to inform them accordingly. So mobile web is a key feature which everybody would like to see, but what they are looking for in the mobile, is it a different view than desktop? Do you need to like separate features or not? Similarly, cross-browser testing, we would like to see from a user's perspective, everything should work in every browser. However, you need to see if it involves Safari or Internet Explorer because things work differently there and your team need to be aware how to address these. Social media integration, you need to be clear as to which social media you need to integrate with and whether you need to create these social media pages or not because sometimes that comes as expectation from the client and that is additional work. Third-party plugins. So there may be a number of third-party plugins which could be integration with Zoho or any additional um, like Slack tools or any other email etc. You may need to Google Analytics is a common thing which people do these days to realize how many visitors visit their site. Google Search Console for reports. It is basically to see how your Search Console looks at, how the view looks at multiple devices, etc. And Facebook Pixel, etc., which is used for traffic visitors on your website. And WhatsApp integration is another common integration which people may ask for. You may be asked to provide an option for upload or download of certain files, customized forms, so you need to be aware of that. Any video chat or room requirement, or any other requirement which you have not guessed and customer is looking for. So then there are certain paid services which you can offer, which is domain name, UI UX designer, email solutions like Microsoft, G Suite, etc. Hosting services could be anything from Let's say GoDaddy would not be a good name for hosting services. K2 hosting, and I think it could be Miles Web and so many others. Backup and restore facility, whether they need it or not, because it's an important thing to do. If due to any reason website is down and you cannot recover the data, or it's being infected by a virus, then you need to restore the data. AMC. So in terms of AMC, you need to ask what to cover. For example, backup, restore, upgradation, etc. SEO, SMM or SMO services, client content writing, image or icon creation, payment integration, or any other thing. Now, once you've collected all this information, you might go for a technology decision. And technology decision is generally sometimes on customer preference, depending on capability in your team, or establish some proven frameworks. For example, if you're using a WordPress site, Shopify or something, so you could use a proven framework there. Otherwise, you could have your own MVC-based structure which you can write. Always use secure IT policies and tools. Think about support and maintenance, because in case you develop on something which is not maintainable, then it may come back to you again. Think about backup and restore facilities, and primarily think about confidentiality, availability, and integrity for a website. Once you develop the website, before delivering, there are multiple things which you can focus on. However, I would recommend these: security based on OW SAP guidelines, which talks about cross-site scripting, uh, SQL injection, and a lot of other features. There are top 10 guidelines you can go through, and you will find out what these are. Ensure that there are no broken links in the website. Again, you can use GT metrics or some other tools. Site speed is very important. Ensure that the expiry date of images and content is always there to keep the site content up to date. Uh, Ensure that site opens on desktop and mobile in less than 5 seconds, ideally 2 to 3 seconds. Make sure content delivery network is used wherever possible. Um, in terms of functionality, show a draft version of your website to the customer and take sign off before uploading it. Ensure that each page content design is aligned with agreed requirements. So when we come to content, there should not be any test data, image or text visible on the delivered product. Make sure all email address and contact details are correct. Ensure alt attribute is given against each image. This is just to ensure that if in case image is not available, the customer knows what is there, and from SEO perspective as well. UI UX is very important these days, so ensure that site is responsive and rendered on 13-inch, 14-inch, 15-inch desktops and mobiles. Elements are shown as desired on mobile and desktop, and user is able to read the desired screen within clicks. Complete workflow should be as smooth as possible. If you take care of these things, I think you should be able to deliver successfully. And that's it for you today. You can see that I've used this for Koggle. Koggle has provided this facility free for few charts, mind maps, and you could create the one if you want. Thanks a lot.